Hi guys, thanks for tuning in today. I have a video for you. It kind of goes in conjunction with my project pan thing I have going on. What I did was I'm using the Naked 2 palette in my project pan, and as you know, it's a neutral palette, and while it's beautiful and can make some great looks, I get bored really easily with neutrals. Personally, I need, I can appreciate how beautiful a neutral eye look can be, but at the same time I also like color sometimes, or a lot of times I like to throw some color in there. It's just me and my personal preference. And also, when I started to do my project pan, I felt a little overwhelmed at all of the makeup that I have, which is why a lot of people go to do a project pan in the first place. But I was kind of thinking, well then, while I'm focusing on these eyeshadows here, I have all these other eyeshadows that are, time is going by and they're also, not getting used. And so, in order to keep myself stimulated, with the ideas and the creativity, but also make progress on the project pan, I decided to choose some eyeshadows that I had in my collection that were the oldest ones I had, and start working on those and working them into the looks that I create with my Naked 2. So I used to be a huge Bare Minerals collector, and also I collected pigments from About Face Cosmetics, which also was called the She Space. Now that wasn't a very widely known company. It was very small, and if you're into, if you go on Makeup Alley and you're into mineral makeup and things like that, then you might remember them. I started buying from the She Space right before I got married, so that was in October of 2009. So I would say like 2008 I was shopping with them online. They were a small company out of Naperville, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago. And they had one brick and mortar store that you could actually go to, and then all the rest of their business was online. But I used to buy a lot from them, and they had like a message board for people that shopped there, and we could go on and chat and stuff like that and share eye looks and everything, and it was really, really fun. And then actually on my honeymoon we went through Chicago, and we stopped in, I made an appointment to stop in at the store with Heather. She was the woman that owned the business, and I met her. She took me out through the store, then she took me back behind the store where they created the pigments and they mixed everything, and she kind of gave me a behind the scenes look and at everything, and it was really, really interesting, and I loved it. She was great. She customized a foundation and a concealer for me, and I bought tons and tons of stuff, and then she gifted me a whole bunch of stuff because I was on my honeymoon. And then shortly after that, she went out of business. so I kind of, it was a bummer because she made these beautiful, beautiful pigments, and I know the prices were not expensive. It was $4 for a, I think these are 3 gram jars or 4 gram. I think they're 3 gram. I'm not positive. And then sometimes they would be on sale for $2.50. She had all these different collections, just really, really, really fun, creative, quality products to buy at a good price. And then she went out of business. And so I have all these pigments from, About Face Cosmetics. And I looked the other night at videos. I looked up videos to see if anybody had any of these on YouTube. And the most recent videos that I found were from 4 years ago. And most of them were like 5 and 6. And then the most recent that I found was 4 years ago. And so this video has two purposes. One, to show you guys the colors that I'm utilizing in with my project pan to help me out there, and then the other one is just, I'm curious if anybody else out there still has like a ton of these pigments, and how you're using them and what you're doing with them, and do you have any left, and just chatting about which ones you have, maybe trading. I don't know, because I have multiples of some of them. So it's just, I don't know, I just thought, if there's anybody out there that still uses About Face or the She Space pigments, or wants to, or is interested in talking about them, or wants to share what you have in your collection, I'm just really interested to talk about it with you. So what I did was I got out all my pigments from the She Space, and I counted, and I have 121, which is a lot. And so what I did was I just went through and I opened them up and I swatched the ones that particularly appealed to me that night, and I ended up pulling out 20 of them to keep out and use with my Naked 2 palette for the next couple months, maybe 2 months, 2.5, whatever. And then at the end of that period, I'm going to put those away, and I'm going to get out 20 more. And, I'm not trying to say I want to use these all up. I'm not saying I'm going to hit pan on them. They're all pretty much full or half full. I have one that's like a quarter full, so that one might get used up. But it's just basically I want to use them because I bought them, I paid for them, they're in my collection, and they're not being utilized, but I also want to use them to help me with my project pan. So that being said, what I did was I swatched the colors that I chose for you, so you can see, you know, like I said, they're not for sale anymore. So if you're not interested in the least bit in this video, that's fine. I'm just doing it for myself, basically, and to see if there's anybody else out there that are still using these colors and these pigments. So the jars came in, or the pigments came in jars like this. They were little jars, and they had a label on the front that said About Face Cosmetics. And then on the back side was a little label with the color. And they don't have sifters, so they're kind of messy. That's one of the reasons why I think I eventually put them away. But I'm still going to use them because they're too beautiful not to. So I've swatched them all, and I'm going to show you guys which ones I have. I'm not going to show you them in the jar because, like I said, they don't have sifters, and some of them are full. I'll make a huge mess. But I put the colors in order of my swatches so I can tell you what they have. And some of them have fun names, and they're beautiful colors. So here we go. Okay, this one here is called Electric Lust. There we go. This one is called Beauty Babe, and I do have this one on today. This one is called Karmic Kisses, and I have this one on today also, and that's probably one that I might use up because it's only a quarter full. The next one is a purple, and that is called Trolling for Hotties. I love that name. I think that is so fun. Okay, after Trolling for Hotties, we have Determined Enemy. Next, we have Kiss of Creativity. I remember this was in a collection with all these different, it was like Kiss of this, Kiss of that, Kiss of, you know, all these different names, but they all started with Kiss. So this is Kiss of Creativity. This one is Miss Defiant. We have Barefoot is Bliss, which is another one of, I think it's absolutely beautiful. Silent Stare. Modest Envy. Gorgeous green there. Absolutely gorgeous. So that was my first 10. Oh, there we go. And they're all very, very shimmery. I don't have any, I think I have one that has just a little bit of shimmer in it. I have no mattes whatsoever. There's no mattes. They're all highly, highly shimmery. And then I have the other swatched on my other arm. I couldn't fit as many on this arm because when I'm working with my left hand, I'm a little bit more awkward. So we're going to start here. This one is Fish and Cut Bait. This is Loose Lips. This is another one of my favorites. I absolutely love this one. This one is called Marshmallow Mist, and I actually have 3 of these. Smurfberry Blast. This is the one that has the least shimmer out of all of them. Next, we have Glee Club Dropout, which is kind of close to Loose Lips, but just a little bit darker. And then we have 1000 Fairies. And then My Soul is a Keeper. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that very good or not. It's kind of a neutral. I have a lot of these too. It's a good highlight color. I think I've got, it's like a light peachy color, pretty close to my flesh though. I have 3 of these too. And then I did the last 3 on my hand because I ran out of room. So here I have Burned by the Light. There, pull it back a little so it won't be so reflective. So I've got Burned by the Light here, Pioneering Spirit here, and Blazing Angels is this one. So there, you can kind of see that one. That Marshmallow Mist a little bit better. And then if I pull back, maybe that My Soul's a Keeper. That's not a very, you know, shiny one. So there we go. These are the ones I'm going to be using with my Naked 2. So like I said, if you're interested, I'm interested in talking to people that have used these before, have heard of them, you know, anything like that. I'm just curious to know, are you still using them? What's going on? You know, I don't know. Because it was a really fun experience going there on my honeymoon and getting catered to and having her mix products for me. And, you know, I bought so much stuff and they're just really fun products. And I'm sad that they're gone. But obviously I have 121 of them that I haven't used. So I don't need any more anyways, you know. All right, you guys, thanks for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you helping me, you know, feel good about my project pan. And if you have any other tips or suggestions for me, please let me know. I just updated my first update for project pan, so I'll put the link to that video in the description box below. And then I also have another video of some bare mineral shadows that I picked out too, that I want to help incorporate with my Naked 2. So I'll get that one up as soon as I can for you guys. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good one.